Greetings, I am Pillar Nexus, the Ancient Gladiator, with Watch Me Play It Solo, not with Wasabi, but with Maki Master, the revamped version of the game. You'll see the differences as we're playing. Alright, so as part of the solo challenge, you'll pick one of the challenge cards. There's Novice, there's Centered, Simplicity, Complexity, Master, and Maki Master. I'm going with Novice because it's recommended and it's classic Wasabi. Alright. Top 3 action cards. I'm going to go ahead and mix that one back in. Keep it interesting. Alright. So we're starting out with a 2, a 3, and a 4. And the goal for Novice is to get 4, 3, 2, and 1 completed recipe. We have 28 spaces to work with because the teacups occupy the space. You can move them around, but it's going to cause issues later on. The rival player has a stack of random ingredients that will add to the grid. As we play. Alright. So, step 1, play a tile. There's no hand to worry about anymore, you just take a tile. And I'm looking at setting things up for both Connie and eventually the seafood Fudamaki. So we're just going to take basic ass rice. I am not going to try to pronounce that. I'm not going to risk tripping over my tongue with regard to that one. Alright. And because it's the ingredient that I placed this turn, it gets the target marker. And now I can either serve, if I've got a completed recipe that I contributed to this turn, or prep. So, gain an action card. Let's see. Brew. Choose one teacup and one other space and swap their contents. This might come in handy later. We'll see. Okay. That then refills that one. And then take all the cubes from the pool. That's right, they brought back the nice little bowls. A little different, but in the same spirit. Alright, and that gets a new cube. I can discard any number of recipes. I think... I think I'll stick with what I got for now. Okay. End of my turn. The rival rolls their die. 4. And here's what happens. The top 4 tiles of the ingredient stack for the rival get flipped over to the discard, and then their current top tile is what they're going to play. And then this moves down 1, 2, 3, 4, and looking at the column of where I placed my recent one, that's where I placed theirs. Okay. And finally, we check against this card. So the roll being less than the number of cubes in the pool will clear all but 1. Otherwise, a 1, a 2, or a 3 will discard that card. A 4 or a 5 will add cubes. Or 1 cube. A 6 will add 2 cubes. Alright. And that remains there for next turn. It's back to me. Well, that didn't really help me. So let's move over the crab. Alright. And then I'm going to choose to serve. So I believe I get the action card from completing the 2 length. We'll go ahead and take stack. Good old stack. Just place the tile on top of another one. Oh, let's try to do that. And then score that. That goes underneath. And then let's take another. Let's go ahead and take a 5 card. So drawing a 5 card adds 2 cubes to the pool. And we have to complete Pearl Jammed. It's going to be interesting. Well, there's a shrimp already here. So make the most of that situation. Okay. Go ahead and roll. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this runs out, we just flip it over. Flip over this cards. Alright. So there's no way to put it here, so it has to go in this row as close as possible. Let's go in there. Alright. And finally, let's see. And finally, the roll of 5 will add a cube. Okay. Alright. It's cleared. Okay. Let's see what I do here. Nothing I can do can make use of that right now. I need to set up Maki. Or I can try to focus on the seafood. Maki. I think what I can do is just straight up take the Maki and put it here. Alright. Okay. And then prep. Because it's got nothing to serve. Take all the cubes. Go and exchange the 5 ones for a 5. So we'll reset this pool. And take. I don't know if Brew's going to be helpful. I think we'll take a switch. And we'll discard. We'll discard Brew for now. Probably not. Got the other one in there somewhere. Alright. And I'm not going to discard anything. I'll figure out how to make this work. Rival's turn. 4. Alright. So, 2, 3, 4. Flipped over. Rice goes 1, 2, 3, 4. To this column. Alright. It will. They will ignore teacups for actually placing, I think. or teacup space after moving the teacup. So as long as if there's an equal number of spaces, uh, they'll favor based on the die roll. So 4 or higher, move that. Where will they move the teacup? That is a good question. Alright. I guess I get to decide where the teacup goes. We'll go ahead and throw it here. Alright. And there's a 4 on the prep table. Okay. Back to me. Clear the target. We'll go ahead and I guess we'll just work on the seafood Maki. It goes there. It's the recent one. Let's switch. Something I can do with this at all. Generally, that's fine. Let's leave it for now. Alright, let's prep, get an action card. Can either discard. Can I discard the action card that I take? Is a good question to ask. Yeah, apparently you can discard the one that you take. So, we will take switch and then throw it away. Alright. There's Snake. To complete a recipe in a zigzag manner. Alright. Rival 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that column goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can flip back over, and tofu goes in that column. Great. Alright. Oh, crap. Okay. Cubes will get added for the roll of 5. Alright. And that's all that happens. Alright. Play a tile. And then serve with style. Maki, egg, crab, avocado, seafood, maki. That gets me 2 cubes. It goes face down. I have one of the 4s that I need. And then target on the avocado for later. New recipe. I think we'll take the 2 just to see if there's anything to knock out quickly. Tekka Maki. Alright. Okay, let's do the rival's turn now. 2. 1, 2. Scallop is going to go 1, 2. Here, there's equal distance, so it favors that side for being the 2. Alright. And then that roll is less than the number of cubes. Those go away. Alright. That's the rival's turn. Back to me. I need this, I need this, I need this. Alternatively, I need that. Okay, here's what we do. Tuna here. I'll move the teacup somewhere. I'll move it here. Okay. Okay. So we complete that one. Do I want to use switch before it's too late? Trying to think here. Trying to make the most of everything that's going to happen here. Nope. Then you stack either. Alright. Well, we complete Takamaki. Get an action card. We'll take Snake and we'll ditch the switch. Alright. I might see if that causes me any trouble later. Alright. New card. Guess we'll take another 2. At this point, we'll take a 4, which will add a cube to the pool. Because I need to complete one other 4. That is not what I would have liked. Okay. Alright, well, let's see what the rival does now. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Over the Maki is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into this column. Right there. Alright. Well, this is just kind of annoying. Less than 4. It's 4 less than the pool. No. 4 on the prep chart is out of cube. Alright. Clears that, and it's back to me. Well, I just won't get the style for it, but I don't really have a whole lot of options. Yellowtail, Maki, Yellowtail Tuna. So no style, but it gets another out of the way. That's what I gotta do. Alright. New card. I've already got a 5. I'm gonna go 4. We'll take a 2. Take a 2 and see what happens. Sake Maki. Alright. Oh. That was the last one I placed. Roll for the rival. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More rice. Alright. 5 is not less than that. That gets cube. Alright. Clear that. Crying out loud. It's just crap. Alright. I guess it's time to stack. We'll take the salmon, stack it on top of the tuna. And then serve the sake maki, which will get me an action card of my choice. Brew. Okay. And it completes a 2 for that. Fill that one. Oh yeah. Last tile placed. Let's just knock out the 2s. Okay. Okay. So that needs roe, and the salmon. And try to tie it all together here. The salmon I already have. Maybe I stack another. Yeah, everything's kind of in a weird spot now. Alright. Yeah, there it goes. Alright. 1, 2. 1, 2. Salmon has to go here. Actually, this might work out. See what happens. And then I already did that, so it gets cleared, and it's back to me. Alright. We'll just have to make use of snake, I guess. Yeah, rogue is there. And no, it goes there. Because then that does that. Clear another 2 recipe. Next step is work on the 3. Throw a cube in my own dish and in the pool. Alright. Royal prawn. See, now I need to like switch those two. Oh well. Or just do it without style. It's fine. Alright. Rival. 2. 1, 2. Nagi. 1, 2. Here, this is closest. Yield. Alright, and then 2 is not less than that, so card B gets discarded. Alright. And that's that turn. Rice, the shrimp, the roe. The rice, the roe, the salmon, the scallion. Ha. Alright. So first off, we'll serve crap. Because that is a problem. Okay, I can only do this one. So snake. Serve a recipe that turns a number of corners. Unfortunately, not in the best order for doing things. So, no style, but that completes the 4 recipe. That's two. That's the 2 that I need there. We'll take a 3, which will be the pool and 1 in the dish. We'll go ahead and consolidate that 5 into that 5. Alright. Tuna salad roll. Alright. Which... Huh. Oh, that is frustrating. There's tuna under there. Okay. Oh well. Rival's turn. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Just skip over. Alright. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're adding avocado here. 5 is not less than the pool, so they're going to add 1. Alright. Well, shoot. That is annoying. And I am still not in position to do Pearl Jammed. I may be screwed already. Alright, let's try our best here. Rice, the shrimp, the other row. That might be what I have to do here. Because that will let me serve it with style for the 2 cubes. And complete that 3. We'll go ahead and take that 3 for another dish. Let's see what we got here. We got that. Red snapper's not out yet. We got the skeleton. And stack something on top of this. No, it's just I when I place it there. Alright. Screw it, let's just get it over with. 6! Okay, all the cubes get to stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll favor that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that over 5, 6. Tamago. Okay. And 6 adds 2 cubes. Great. Right, I gotta complete one of the 2. Somehow. I need Maki, tuna, skeleton. So, we gotta place a tile somewhere. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to set this up at all. Okay. We've got tofu up here already. You'll still get cucumber and shrimp. At the very least, I'm going to hold on to this and I'll just end up doing prep and ditching these two. So let's do that. Oyster. So we got three out of the 5. Okay. And we're going to prep. Take an action card. We'll take spicy. Alright. I'll take all the cubes out of the pool. Let's go ahead and actually get the rest of the cubes out, because I didn't think I was going to need all of these. But I do, in fact, will need most of them. Alright. And those. All the cubes. Well, at least we're hitting the gold medal for this if everything succeeds. Alright. Rival turn. You have got to be kidding me. 1. Oh, hey, there's that cucumber. At least. And the A card goes away. Alright. Well, it made it somewhat more manageable. Go ahead and add in the shrimp. And then there's no good Maki to work with here. There's no way to stack. Well, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to discard these, as I intended to do and didn't get to. Crunchy tuna roll. Power bar. Alright. Okay. Let's see. We're going to do the brew. We need tofu, tamago, basic rice. So that was the last one I placed. And then go ahead and spicy, send 1 cube back to the supply, place 1 more tile. I'm going to place it rice, tofu. Well, it's already been placed. I've already thrown out their own egg. Throw out the tofu. No, it's dumb. They haven't thrown out their own tuna yet, I don't think. Right. We go there and hope for the best. Alright. We serve pearl jammed. It's a very disorganized dish, but hey, I finally have my 5. And that's what matters. So I'm going to go ahead and take a 2. Or we'll take a different 3 and hope for the best here. Okay. Cool. Alright, so rival. 3. 1, 2, 3. Right where they can screw everything up. 2, 3. Red snapper here. Crap. Alright. And 3 is not less than that, so that card goes away. Alright. All I have to do is complete a 3 somehow. Okay. There's a way to do it. Alright. What I have to do is prep and take stack. Because we'll have one last turn to do anything. Or what else? There's... Yeah, because that's not going to work if I do that. Okay. So, place a tile. Throw out a rice here. Only matters. Okay. Prep. Take the stack card. Because I can still... I got one more turn. If I can use stack, then that'll make the difference. Alright. And then... I can discard anything here. Oh, no. That just... I think that just toasted me by doing that. Crap. Was there a better way? Rice. Wait, I'm not host yet. I can still salvage it. That's what we do. Take the stack. And then take the cube. And then discard. We'll discard the 2. And try. And see what else comes up. Spider roll. Okay. Alright. Rival. I have only one spot to go, and it's here. And they're pulling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tempera, right here. Alright. I've got one last turn, and that turn is to stack. Okay. Stack the tofu on top of the avocado to serve the last 3 that I need to win. Thank freaking goodness. It is with style as well, so 2 more cubes. We turn a 3 into a 5. Okay. So, end game. We've got, for the novice victory, 5, 2 4s, 3 3s, and 4 2s. Medal 22 is enough to conquer the gold medal. Yay. And that's how it's done, with Maki Master playing solo. Now to step up the challenge of centered and the rest, because you know what? It's a very interesting kind of puzzle to figure out. Especially when you don't know what the action cards are going to end up being and how useful they're going to be towards getting done what you want to get done. But yeah, I really appreciate what they've done to revamp this game. First off, the cards actually being card sized, normal cards. I know the strips in the menu were like cool and all, but this is better. Not having the hand of tiles to try to worry about is also an improvement. The various actions being a little bit more creative and random. I'm glad they kept the little dish. This is an odd approach here. So are the teacups. You don't really think you can move them, but you can. And then they suggest at the end of the game, everyone takes their teacups and cheers. Yeah. But yeah, it's still the same great game with some improvements, and I appreciate it. So, thank you to them for bringing it back. For a while, it was like, wow, where do I find a copy of this game? Of the older version. And I was lucky to find one on eBay. And they were able to show me, like, yeah, we do have all the tiles. But the moment I found this, I was like, once I've got this in my possession, I will gladly retire my old copy and see if someone's willing to give that one the love that it needs and all that. But yeah, whether it's Wasabi or Maki Master, check it out. Try it solo or test your skills against friends and just have fun. Alright, thanks for watching. It's Pillar. I'll see you next time.